You're gonna love them. Please start clapping now for Scott Vinci.
So good to see you guys. I see some of you left the kids at home. Don't worry, they're in their 30s now. They're gonna be okay. Yeah. I was reading an article about real estate prices. They're so high that kids are moving home to save money, but they're also waiting around to maybe inherit the house. It's like, hey dude, this is a cool place. How'd you get the house? Emphysema. Just saying, guys. I'm just saying. I'm getting recognized lately. This is weird for me. I've done some small TV stuff, and I was at a bar the other night, and this cute girl came up to me, and she was looking at me, and she knew exactly what she had seen me, and she was like, hey, weren't you my Uber driver? Yes. Thank you. Giving credit where credit is due, you guys. To get here tonight, I took one of those Waymos. Anybody take the driverless car Waymo? Anybody yet? A couple people? Not yet? I was sitting in the back of this thing getting like jerked around, you know. And then I figured out why they called it Waymo, because I'd have felt Waymo safer if someone was behind the wheel driving. It was way more expensive than an Uber. I thought that joke would get way more laughs. I did go to Catholic high school. I went to a strict Catholic high school, in Dallas, Texas, Bishop Lynch. And I gotta tell you, I went to my 30-year high school reunion a couple years ago, and I was a little apprehensive about going. I was afraid one of my high school bullies was gonna be there and it was gonna bring up all this stuff. They used to like lift me up, turn me over, put my head in the toilet flush and give me one of those wet swirlies, you know? I guess I lucked out. Thank goodness Sister Cecilia did not show up to the reunion. Those nuns. Our mascot back in high school though was a, you know how most mascots are like, they've got like claws and fangs, you know, it's like a lion or a tiger. Our mascot was a friar. Yeah, a bold Catholic monk, if you will. So while everybody else is clawing their way to victory, our mascot's on the sidelines taking a vow of silence and poverty. Was our mascot. Also, growing up in the church I went to, we had a priest, you guys. We thought this was weird. We had a priest who smoked cigarettes. Yeah, we thought that was weird. But the weird thing was he did it during Mass. Hallelujah. 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 Ash Wednesday was always fun too. You'd enter church Catholic and you'd leave Hindu. It's true. It's true. I lived in Chicago. I moved to Chicago after I lived in Texas, and actually I lived with my great aunt Ginger. Her name was Virginia Riazza. She lived in Chicago, the south side of Chicago, and she had a thick Chicago accent. And we'd be walking, and we'd go to her church, and she goes, oh look, there's Bob. Bob's a Catholic. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, that's Bob. He goes to my church. He's a Catholic. I was like, oh. Her accent was so thick that saying the word Catholic sounded less like a religion and more like an affliction. Oh, look, there's Martha. Martha's a Catholic. Really? When was she diagnosed? I hope there's a prescription for that. I say a couple of novenas. My last name is Vinci. I get the Italian side from my dad. My dad's name was Frank. Yeah, Frank was kind of the classic Italian. He was very confident Italian. I'll tell you how confident my dad was. You know when you're packing the moving boxes and you intertwine the lids so they stay shut tight without tape on top? My dad thought he invented that. Hey, Scott, hand me that box over there and put the Frankie lock on it, huh? Sure thing, Dad. I'm actually half Italian and half Polish, and I'm also single. So basically, I can get the ladies, I just don't know what to do with them. Italian side's like, hey, how you doing? The Polish side is like, what's polka? A couple of Midwesterners in here tonight. Oh, that chicken dance. Yes. Single at my age, though, is something else, you guys. I'm having to readjust. I'm figuring things out. I'm starting to decorate my apartment to attract a woman. Yeah, I've got towels hanging in my bathroom. One says his, the other says space available. Yeah, I started watching videos on YouTube, too, as to what attracts women, just to get some pointers. Did you guys know this? Scientifically, women are attracted to men with facial hair. Science, yeah, men with facial hair. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to continue to grow out my unibrow. So, I think I'll go for the Bert from Sesame Street. I like this beard. I think I might get rid of it, though. I think it's about time because, well, my friends say I look like something a police artist would sketch. Be on the lookout. The suspect is still on the loose. He's considered armed and extremely handsome. Yeah, I thought the beard would make me look like more of an interesting person. It turns out I look more like a person of interest. And I have a theory, too. I figured this out. I have a theory as to why men now, there's a lot of men, younger and older, have beards and mustaches and facial hair. It's because razors are $54 at Costco. It's true. Yeah, I do look like one of my relatives, though. Unfortunately, it's my grandmother. But back to the YouTube video. So I'm watching this YouTube video, and it goes on to say, scientifically, when guys wear the color red, women love it. You women love it when we wear red. So I did what anyone would do. I applied to Target. Start work on Monday, Tuesday, pick up an aisle 9, Wednesday, girlfriend. Boom. That's my plan. My last girlfriend was Catholic. She was very hardcore Catholic, like very devout, hardcore, super Catholic. Like I would go over to her house to visit. She had stained glass windows on her Prius. And she broke up with me too, which I was totally okay with, but I asked her, we had a little sit down, I was like, hey, what was the deal breaker? Why'd you break up? She said, well, I just didn't feel comfortable in our relationship. And I was like, Sister Cecilia, what did you not feel comfortable with? A little bit of a callback. Gotcha. See, my Catholic friends love that joke. All my Jewish friends are like, did he date his sister? That's weird. That's weird. I like to tease my Jewish friends too. I'm like, hey, how come all your religious holidays sound like a 1950s doo-wop song? Rosh Hashanah, Shana, Yom Kippur, Shana, call your mother, Shana. It's true. My last girlfriend, her name was Jean. Jean was great. Jean, here's how I knew it was the beginning of the end with Jean. So we're watching TV, right? And there's this movie on with The Rock. And so she's looking at the movie and she goes, hey, I just want you to know that if The Rock ever hits on me, this relationship is over. And I was like, hey, I just want you to know that if anybody hits on me, this relationship is over. She was great though. She was good with her money. I wasn't so good with my money, but she would try to help me out. But she didn't want to be a nag, so what she would do is she would throw it in to everyday conversation, you know? Like I'd be like, hey, you wanna go grab some dinner? She'd be like, sure, we could grab dinner, or we could open a Roth IRA, up to you. All right, I'll get a Roth IRA, but I want extra cheese on mine. We had our date nights too. Date nights were fun. Like, you guys go, you know, dinner at a comedy show or dinner at a movie or something like that. Our date nights consisted of shopping, which, yeah, I loved. That was fun. We had a lot of fun. We liked flea markets. Anybody like flea markets? Yeah. See, a lot of people like flea markets. I like flea markets because I like to buy and collect old records. Some of my favorite records are dental. Because teeth tell a story, don't they? Whose were they? Where did they come from? Will they fit in my mouth? Those are the questions. I didn't do it, okay? You guys are like, oh, he really did that. No, I didn't. We also like to shop at Ross. Anybody else want to admit they shop at Ross? Yes, or as I like to call it, TJ Minimum. Why is it whenever you walk into a Ross, it always looks like it's just been robbed? The door's open, I'm like, somebody call the cops, this is in progress right now. We also used to like to go to IKEA. I went to IKEA 2 days ago, and I just got out today. You know, like they say, it's a maze for humans, right? I was about 30 minutes in, and I realized, oh my gosh, I left my wallet in my car. I don't know how to get out of here now. I'm just gonna have to shoplift. Don't worry, I didn't break any commandments, Catholics, okay? But I got out by pure luck. I was lifting up a lamp to check out the price, and the light was shining to a map on the ground. I felt like Nicolas Cage in that movie National Treasure. There it is. There's the map to the Declaration of Independence. And to the loading dock where we can pick up our Flurgan Dawson, Flurgan Durgan cabbage. Let's go. But I figured it out at IKEA, you guys. It's not the shopping that takes a long time. It's the checkout lines. Yeah. I was in this long line, right? There was this woman behind me. She was purchasing a bookcase. By the time I got to the checkout register, she had assembled it. There were books on the shelf, too. She finished the Bible. That was for the Catholics. Okay. But our favorite place to go was Costco. Yeah. You don't like Costco? We loved Costco. Costco was like her Disneyland, or her Kirkland, if you will. See, that's how I found out who my dues-paying members are at Costco. We went to Costco so much, we turned it into a verb. I Costco, she Costco's, we have Costco. While we were together, she adopted a dog. Dog's name was Cooper, and she adopted it from the West Hollywood shelter, which I knew it was from the West Hollywood shelter because whenever I tried to feed him breakfast, he would only do brunch. And it was a Bichon Poodle mix. Bichon is French. We knew it was French too, because whenever I'd say, hey, you want to go outside? You want to go outside? He'd be like, I don't care. Piss off. She also had a cat that knew how to beatbox. She had a cat. I have no idea if she taught the cat how to beatbox or the cat learned on its own, but we'd be watching TV, the cat would just come in the room and just do its thing and be like, yeah. That cat was dropping beats and dropping treats all over the carpet. Water here, you guys. Speaking of water, I went to a restaurant about a week or two ago, and I had never seen so many options of bottled water. There's so many. Like, let me give you here's a representation of what happened a few weeks ago.
Bonjour.
My name is Jacques. I will be your water waiter for this evening. Would you like to try something in a plastic bottle with a screw-off cap? Listen to the crinkle as I pour. This is our house blend water, straight from the aquifers of Detroit, Michigan. Blended with a little bit of condensation from a hydrogen-powered gas. Infused with a little bit of microplastics. If you do not like the house water, we also have the name brand Ozark from the Ozark Mountains. One sip of this and you will want to marry your cousin. Then we have the glacial water from the glaciers of Burbank. Reminding you never to pee in the snow. And finally we have the Aquafina, water extracted from the sweat glands of the actress Aquafina. One sip of this and it will turn you into a crazy rich Asian. Let's move on to the guitar portion of the show. This is my impression of Paul McCartney, a little sad and depressed. Here we go. Yesterday sucked! Thank you, these are quick, guys. That joke was much funnier before the pandemic. Here's a song parody I wrote describing my last date. Guess it's true you've been a little cheap lately. Heard your credit score was 850. This dinner didn't go as planned. I left my wallet at home on my nightstand. Oh, won't you pay for me? Gonna need 83. Spot for bankruptcy. And I can afford sushi. I've got a gift card to Applebee's and another one for Cheesecake Factory. All I have to do is redeem. Right now I'd like to play you a little bit of a classic. A lot of my friends and fans still request it, and I always play it. It seems to be a crowd pleaser. This is the very first song I ever wrote. Da, 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 da. I was 2. I was young. It was a long time ago. I'm surprised I still remember the lyrics. All right, you guys, with Christmas just around the corner, I wrote a song and I dedicate this one to my close friends and family. Merry Christmas, one and all. It's that time to have a ball. Give some gifts and get some too. But there's one thing you should do. Stop sending me that family update Christmas card. married, we could care less. So stop sending me that family update Christmas card. I adopted a cat. His name is Duke. And reading your letter makes me want to puke. I'm retired from the company. Get me a hammer so I can blow out my knee. Because that would be better than you sending me that family update Christmas card. Jacob just turned 10, and I think that's great. And now you're doing keto, and you've lost some weight. 5 pounds doesn't count, okay? I could get Montezuma's revenge and lose 5 pounds. So stop sending me that family update Christmas card. Because nobody really cares about the summary of your year except you and maybe your mother. Thank you. I saw this commercial recently. That song was from the 1970s. It was called It's Magic. Is that the trend now? You take an old song and pair it with a new prescription drug? Slice of pizza, side of ranch. Onion rings don't stand a chance. Diabetes, you're looking for me. Maybe I should try Wegovy. Try Wegovy. High cholesterol? Try Wegovy. Side effects include dizziness, nausea, and skipping to work. Spider? Thank you. By the way, a lot of people say, hey Scott, you play guitar up there, but that's not real comedy. It's just, you're a guitar comic, where are you? What's the deal with the guitar? And I tell them, I'm like, I love this guitar. This guitar is a piece of me. I've had it for a few years now, and this guitar, it's not some kind of toy or gimmick. This guitar is a piece of me. Thank you so much. It's like you read my mind. All right, this one's a little audience participation. I need your audience help here, you guys. Sing this with me. Here we go. It goes a little something like this. I put all of my dating experience into one song to help out the single people. This is for all you single people out there. It goes a little something like this. Things not to say on a date. Sing it with me. Things not to say on a date. Here we go. Things not to say on a date. Yeah, let's hang out. Your place or my minivan? Things not to say on a date. My mother's gonna meet us at the restaurant. Things not to say on a date. I love your ankle bracelet. I got one too, except mine's electronic. Things not to say on a date. Yeah, this is Gary. He's my bail bondsman. Things not to say on a date. Hey, who hasn't done time, huh? All right, you guys, this is my last number. I want to say thank you for coming out. Whenever I hear this song, Wicked Game, on the radio, to me, it sounds like Chris Isaak was falling asleep in the recording studio. You'll recognize this song. See if you catch what I mean.